Hi, Christopher Pogue here again with Anarchy movie reviews. I'm here today to talk to you about Skyscraper, a movie that came out on DVD last week. Um, this is a really derivative action movie. There's nothing really special here. It starts off pretty standard with Dwayne Johnson as an FBI agent who messes up a hostage situation, and he kind of gets his leg blown off, uh, and then he falls in love with his doctor, played by Nev Campbell. Then it's 10 years later or so, and he's married to her with two kids, right? And he's sort of, uh, or he's of course not a an FBI agent anymore, and he's working in private security. Now, the casting of the family in this movie is strange, and it did bother me a little. I'll be honest, you know, because it was. It was nice to see Nev Campbell, in a movie again. I haven't seen her in a while, and I'm a huge Scream fan, so that was nice to see. The thing is, though, this is kind of a waste of her talent because she's not really given much with which to work with, and then there's the kids. Johnson, he's a mixed race guy. I think his dad's black and his mother was Samoan, right? So and he's married to a white lady in this. Nev Campbell's a white lady, and but somehow the kids are darker than he is. Like, this may seem like a really silly thing to complain about, but it's distracting. It distracts from the movie a little bit. So, I think it's worth bringing up. Um, I think they should at least mention that the kids were adopted. If they're gonna do something like that, it's just weird. Like, I think this is just another example of Hollywood, being so PC that it doesn't make sense. Like, it's at the expense of logic. And The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he's a producer on this movie, right? So he had a say in the casting. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's kind of like he's telling people, "Hey, I'm black. You really don't believe me?" Yeah. It's like somebody had something to prove there, and it was just a weird thing to do. Uh, anyway, Johnson, he gets hired to design the security uh, for uh, for the world's newly built tallest skyscraper, right, in Hong Kong. This is where the movie becomes a blatant Die Hard ripoff, really. Um, it's got the tall building aspect, where it's owned by an Asian guy, and you got the action hero family man in said tall building, trying to save his family, who's in the building, and you know, and why the you know, and the building is taken over by thieves or terrorists. Whatever. Does it matter really? It's an action movie. There's not much to think about. It doesn't. You don't have to care that much. And the police think the hero is the bad guy. Just like Die Hard. And there is one cool action scene in it that almost kind of redeems it, though. It's a very well choreographed fight scene, and during the fight, Johnson loses his prosthetic leg, because he lost his leg in the explosion at the beginning, and he has to limp around, for the rest of the fight. Call me immature, but the rock gimping around on one leg is hilarious to me. And yeah, so the rest of the action scenes, have a certain charm, but they're mostly unrealistic fire scenes. There's of course an explosion in the building at some point, and the characters are walking around, in perfectly lit fire sets. Okay, and fires are pitch black. People, you can't see anything but flames, maybe, and and Hollywood just never gets it right. I remember watching Ron Howard's stupid backdraft when I was a kid. There's this perfectly lit fire scene at at the end. These firefighters are having an axe fight in the middle of it. No, no, you can't. That can't happen. You can't do that. That's always bugged me. Uh, Surprisingly, this movie was it was written and directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber, I think his name is. He's mostly known for comedies like Dodgeball and We're the Millers, and really, I think he should stick to comedy. This was not up to his past work, which is way better. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. That's yeah. So you can read my reviews at anarchymoviereviews.com, and you could submit your own reviews to me there. So there's instructions on how to do that, and please check that out. All right, this is Christopher Pogue, and thanks for watching. Bye.